Hello and welcome everybody to Crypto Rosetta. My name is Savage and today we're going to be having a look at Bitcoin. We've moved right up into this zone here. We've also come up and tested this channel. So we're going to be discussing where we think this is going to go and what we see as potentially happening next. Before we jump into that though, I'd like to say thank you for watching the video. If you're enjoying the content, please smash that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed already, and turn on those bell notifications so you never miss a video. Also, leave us some feedback down below with anything that you like within the videos or anything you'd like to see us do within these videos. Really appreciate the feedback and it helps us to understand more about what you guys are interested in, so why not leave us a comment down there. Okay, so let's get into the price action. We were talking about a few options yesterday and we have had this move up like we were talking about previously. So the question is, what do we see happening from this point? Like I said in the beginning, we have technically come up and hit this channel top line here again, and the previous two times we've moved away from it, so we're going to have a look at what we think is happening within these wave structures. So I'm just going to turn this off for the time being. We were looking at this as a potential ABC, and we've come up actually and we've crossed over this 1-to-1 area now. So there's a few things that can be happening within this wave. We can look at it in a couple of ways, and the way that we were initially looking at it was that we're looking for this as a 5-wave move and talking about the potential that we could have ended here. If we're looking at it in this way, effectively what we'd have to look at now is the potential that we are having an extension within this 5th wave, if we're going to look at it in this manner. And what we'd be looking for potentially is this is a wave 1, this is a wave 2, and then looking for this to progress up in a 3, 4, and a 5 to the upside. If this is what's taking place, effectively what we would be looking at here would be, if I throw this onto here, actually let me come in a bit closer here. If I throw this on this as low point, up into this high point, we come back down into there. You can see that we've actually come up and we've hit a 1-to-1 of this so far. Basically what we'd want to see here for a wave 3 move would be moving above this 17,483, and then we'd be looking for that retracement down and then looking for that continuation to the upside. And basically within this could potentially lead to us targeting out the 17,626 to this 17,537 zone, if this does play out as an extension within the 5th wave. Though we don't have a confirmation of this, and we haven't crossed this high point here of this 17,483 yet, so we need to bear in mind that there is possibility that this could also break to the downside. Like I said, we've come in, we've touched the top of this trend line again, and it is possible that we could have a different structure within this. So it's possible that we could actually look to either complete here and break down, or we could have a little bit more of a push to the upside here. So within this move, the structure here is a bit strange. It could be a triangle within this, in which case if it is a triangle, it would not be possible to be a wave 2, because basically you cannot have a wave 2 in a triangle in a wave 2 position. However, we can also look at this as an A, B, and a C into this low point, and then potentially an expanding diagonal here was a 1, 2, then a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we could be looking for that 4th and 5th. If that's the case, what we'd be looking at within this structure here for this potential 3rd wave is basically that's a 1, 2, this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 into this high point. Potentially we'd have got an additional 4th wave here, and then we'll be looking for that as a 5th wave to the upside. So if I just go ahead and remove this, what we could have in that case, if we're looking at it in this way, is we could be looking for a retracement down towards this 382 zone to this 0.5 zone. That would be a typical wave 4 zone that we could travel to. So that would be this 17,130 to the 1709 zone. 090 zone. Basically this area here would be, this 50% would be the lowest that I'd want to see this come, and effectively crossing this high point here of this 17,022 would invalidate the chance of having this as an additional leg to the upside here in a fifth wave. It is also possible that we could see something develop here like a diagonal where becomes a 1, then we get a drop down for a 2, we get another zigzag up for wave 3, so another 3-wave move like this, up for wave 3, then a 4 and a 5, and that would potentially be a contracting move within that. We could argue that if this is completed there, that could then be our top trend line, and that we would then look to drop down and potentially form a wedge pattern to the upside. Whether that is off of there or if this forms a new area like this where it becomes contracting, it is possible that this could actually still end within a diagonal shape here. So we have to keep an eye on it and see how it progresses. Okay, so that's the potential that we could see this breakout to the upside continue like this. However, there is also the potential, like we were saying yesterday, if I change this back onto the corrective structure. So there's a different way of looking at this. I was initially looking at this as a potential WXY, and it could have completed here. However, it is also possible to change this around slightly. The only thing with this is we were looking for the potential of a 5-wave move. So this wouldn't really fit the idea of this 5-wave move, but it is possible that we could have a WXY pattern within this, where we're having a series of 3-wave moves playing out up into this high point here. So as a corrective structure, that 1733.55 zone would be an interesting zone. The problem is, like I said, this wouldn't really fit the structure here because we would be looking for a 5-wave move to the upside. So I'm keeping a track of it, but I think it's probably something else going on here. Either we're going to get that extension within the fifth like we were looking at, or alternatively, we could also potentially be setting up for a different kind of move, a bigger move to the upside. So we were talking about this diagonal potential here. The problem with this though now is actually that within this we can't really look at this the same, because this fourth wave didn't come down and cross this wave 1. So effectively a diagonal in the total shape is impossible because we didn't actually move down low enough. This is a requirement of a diagonal. This wave 4 has to cross this wave 1. So that can't be looked at anymore. That is gone. So there is the potential we have a bigger move to the upside here. And if I just remove this WXY, the way of looking at this is slightly different, and this is tracking for a bigger move, and it does look quite complicated, but we're going to go through this. So the first bit would be a diagonal pattern within this wave 1 here. Then we could have this as a 2, and then we could actually look to be progressing further up here in a bigger 5-wave move. So the thing is with this, basically we'd be wanting to treat this once again as a 1-2 situation, where we have this potentially into this zone here as a wave 2, and then we'd be looking to target higher up within this. However, if this is the case, basically we would be still looking for that same area. If I just throw this onto here, just going to draw the line on here so I don't have to keep doing it. So we'd be looking for this area here of the 17,503 as a typical wave 3, which would then be looking for that additional 4th and 5th, which would then potentially look to take us above this common 3rd wave, which would be basically 1.618 of this first move here. So this is looking for the potential of a bigger 5-wave move here. We don't have it confirmed yet, so we need to be aware that this could roll over. And like I said, we need to wait for these waves to play out and see this confirmation. It is possible we are getting these moves to the upside here, and this could look to extend. Though I'd really want to see it move up past this area here of this blue line for confirmation that we have a deeper extension to the upside here. If we do move past this 17,657 zone, then I would be looking at the potential that we have a bigger 5-wave move here, and that we could be looking to basically fall back down and find support. And basically what this would be looking for is, from moving up into these zones, we'd be looking for this as an A, B, C correction to the downside, and then looking for another leg to the upside. So we need to give it a bit of time, need to see how these react, but we are right within that danger zone, and we just need to be careful because there is a couple of options here. And if we are looking at this retracement zone here, there is a potential we get this rejection off of here and we look to break down. So I just want to measure something here quickly. If I jump down a little bit closer, that's the wrong tool, sorry about that. So if we go from this low point to this high point down into this area here, we can see that some potential targets could be the 17,324 to the 17,6, or all the way up pretty much to this 1766. So within this range, we can see we have the 0.618 retracement of the 17,538, as well as the 17,290. I want to overcome these for potential that we would be looking for an increase, or basically for more confirmation. If we fail to move above those, then basically there is also the potential that we could complete a corrective move within there. So throwing this, I'm actually going to just move this over here for a second. So throwing this reverse fib on here as well, we can see that we've actually come up and hit this negative 0.27 zone. And also we could potentially look to target out, if we have a look, this 1236 and this negative 382 also sit in quite a similar zone here. So if we do move back up into this box area, I would be looking to see how we react around these zones, because there is a little bit of confluence here. Alternatively, if we push a little bit higher, this 1382, and then also this this negative 1618 also sits right on this 0.618 of the move down. So that would be this 17,527 to the 17,538 zone. So those could be potential turnaround areas. We just need to give the waves a bit of time, see how they react. And yeah, those would be areas I'd be watching. Okay, so I'm going to leave the video there. I hope everyone found the video useful. If you did, please smash that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed already. Turn on those bell notifications so you never miss a video. And leave us some feedback down below. Really appreciate your guys' support, and I hope you have a great day. Start of a week. Yeah, let's get on with it. Cheers, everybody.